What is up? We are live. How you doing, Matt? You doing good?
Yeah, pretty good. A little tired, but
Just a little.
yeah, just a little.
It's been a hell of a week, but welcome to the second official episode of the GameOctane, still to be titled podcast.
Yeah.
We're working on that. Um, this is where we're basically going to talk about gaming, some gaming news, and any other madness that can come into our heads throughout that process. Um, so yeah, let's just jump right into it, man. Where are you at right now?
Yeah.
Tell everyone why you look like you're not
Yeah,
at home.
so this is a little weird because I'm actually at Gen Con right now down in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Nice.
I just had my first day of Gen Con. We're gonna get into this a little bit later. It's my first ever actual convention. So my first ever convention, I cover the biggest board game convention in North America, and then I cover it as press. So it's a little crazy,
How
but
awesome is that?
yeah,
We'll
I'm a
get
lucky
work.
guy.
What'd you say?
I said I'm a lucky guy.
You're a lucky guy. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm actually jealous. I would love to be at Gen Con right now. It looks fucking awesome. So yeah, you want to dive into the new releases real quick before we
Yeah,
move on to
so
some
yeah,
other
this
stuff?
is the new video game releases, I guess, this week, which we can add some board game stuff on here.
Yeah,
Since I've seen a few things, but
go for
I
it.
know I know I think you were talking about this one earlier this week, but Agents of Mayhem has come out on Tuesday, so
Yup.
a few days ago on PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
It's
What do
getting
you
pretty
feel?
decent reviews, I think.
Has it really?
I
Okay.
think people have been enjoying it. I haven't seen anything played of it yet. I know people on Twitch are playing it, but I haven't heard any negatives that I so far.
I don't trust anything I read about that game because people also said Saints Row 3 and 4 were good. And I think the Saints Row games are some of like the worst games I've ever played in my life. So I
Oh,
don't.
please, please,
Yeah,
sir.
they're bad. They're
I don't,
bad.
I don't know. I think
But
you're wrong.
yeah, so I don't know. But then one I was excited about, City Skylines for PS4.
You can't go wrong with City
Um,
Skylines.
yeah, I mean
That's an
it's been
amazing
out for
game.
PC for a while, and
Yep.
the PS4 version. I mean, I'm not sure how well it's going to run on PS4 and everything. You know, the controls and whatnot, but it's out there if you want to try it out.
I'm sure they tighten the controls up. I have not played it or attempted to play anything like that on PS4, and it's not on my list. But I'm pretty sure they do pretty well.
Yeah, it's like
Cities is usually pretty
RTS. It's
solid.
like something I don't. I mean, it's not a RTS, but it's like that genre where like
Sim
it's not
Cities.
something I would think of on a console. I would, I want to play my RTSs. I want to play my simulation games and stuff like that on,
Yep.
my
I,
systems.
I get you. I get you.
But yeah, then we got. I guess it was a big week for PS4. I guess, or maybe I was just looking in the wrong place. But then Matterfall came out for PS4, which I know. Those are the guys who did a Resogun, isn't it?
Who?
And the guys who did that Resogun game that came out
Oh
like
yeah,
launched
yeah.
on
It's like one of the
PS4.
first like PS4 games,
Yeah,
right?
I'm pretty sure that's
Yeah.
Matterfall. I know that's a big title. I know a lot of people have been waiting for that, so
hmm
that's out now. And then Nidhogg 2 is out for PC and PS4, which Nidhogg 2 has looked. I mean, have you seen Nidhogg 2?
Noel and I have actually we were going to play it and record it while we were at PlayStation Experience. We got to talk to the PR guy and the dev, but the problem was is they didn't want us to record it because it had a memory leak. So because
Okay.
there's a bug that when people died so many times, their bodies wouldn't leave the screen, like they would just lay there. And the problem is that it it like broke the game. Like you'd see the
Oh shit.
FPS like change, and it was like, "What's that number for?" And they're like, that's telling us it's broken." They're like, "Can you not record it?" I'm like, "Oh, then we're not going to play it." Then like I just watched a bunch of people play, but it looks sick. The first one was amazing. This one they
I love
updated a
Nidhogg.
ton of graphics.
Yeah, the graphics look. I know graphics were off-putting to a lot of people, but it's definitely a game I want to check out.
Yeah,
'Cause I
we
definitely saw
have a copy for review that will be coming soon,
really okay.
so we should
That's
be good on
awesome.
that.
And then another game. I mean, you might be pumped about this Night Trap for PC and PS4. Night Trap is old. Was it Sega Master System
Yeah, Night Trap used to be
or
on the
Sega CD?
Sega 30, yeah, Sega CD, I
That's
believe
what
it
it is.
was, and it's
I'm not
based.
sure, but I know it's what the 25th anniversary, so they reprinting and relaunching for PC and
Yeah,
PS4.
it's like
Um,
the early '90s interactive movies. Basically,
yeah,
they would literally record like cheesy, like C-rated porn videos, but you would like choose where you want to go, and they would hack the scene would play, and then you'd figure out what you want to do next, and another scene would play. But they're all real people with real voice acting, so um,
yeah.
They had a lot of them back then. They don't do much anymore because the technology's quite changed.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
yeah, I'd
but I
actually be
mean,
kind of
it
interested to
looks
play that. It'd be kind of fun.
yeah, it looks pretty interesting. I mean, I guess it's a part of history or whatever. So it's I mean, I'm glad it's not just physical because I thought it was just physical. And limited run games sold out like instantly.
I think
Um,
anything
but
limited run does, it just sells out
yeah, it sells
almost
out
damn near
instantly,
instantly.
basically. And then yeah, a big one that I was super pumped for, and I know you're super pumped for. Sonic Mania is out for PS4, Xbox One, and Switch, and unfortunately, Travis is gonna have to wait a week, or I think it's a week or two, to play on PC. It's gonna be
Yes,
like
I feel bad for
20.
PC players because some people hopped on the bandwagon real quick and they got the collector's edition and they have to wait like an extra 2 weeks to get
Yeah,
it. It's so sad. But
that's
that
the
game
sad.
has gotten awesome reviews. They say it's one of the best Sonic games to come out in the last 20 years, according to some people. And I watched some people play it today, and it looked really good.
I
I'm
played
not gonna
about
lie.
5 minutes of it, so like my first 5 minute impressions.
Was it like 20 minutes ago when you first started playing it?
No, I played it right
Oh,
before we left this morning. I was playing it while I was
okay.
just kind of sitting around, and I started it because I downloaded it, made sure everything was good, and I ran the first level, and it turns into like some 3D thing, and then I get a bonus stage. I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm having a lot of fun because
I,
it's like the greatest hits of Sonic. It
I
feels
don't know what
like.
to do with my hands right now, but
Yeah, basically that's what it was like. But I mean, it was a lot of fun. I'm not a huge Sonic fan, but I was definitely, I was grinning ear to ear while I was playing. It was just a goofy, good time.
that's
So
I mean if you don't like you don't a huge fan and you liked it that much, then yeah, I may have to pick it
yeah, I
up.
mean, it brought that nostalgia of like when I played Sonic, for my Sega Genesis back in the day. So it was kind of like, oh,
And it's
this is
only
gonna
20
be,
bucks, which
cool.
is so
It's a steal. It's a
value.
steal.
That's what I hear. I'm hearing it's a steal. I'm hearing it.
Speaking of other steals, we got StarCraft Remastered is out for PC, and I think it's 15 or it's 20. They
I
could have charged $60 for that game, but I mean,
Oh, they could have charged.
StarCraft and it's Brood War, and it's
Uh,
HD graphics, and
yeah, I haven't heard anyone personally pick it up, but StarCraft is going to sell just because the star and
yeah,
craft in the name. Um, I used to play the hell out of that back in the day. I wasn't really any good at it, but I remember playing it. And I played the new one a bit, but I never got the final expansion. I don't know if I'll pick up Remastered because I have so much of a backlog, but I think when the hype dies down and maybe a sale will come on somewhere, I'd probably pick it up and check it out. I think I'm gonna have
see, the
to.
thing with Blizzard games is I like to own all of them. Like I collect Blizzard games basically. Like I don't play all Blizzard games, but I buy them, and
All
like
all
I'm
three of
pretty
them
sure
with
I've
their
already
90
bought.
expansions.
Yeah, basically like I bought Overwatch and I don't even play Overwatch. So, but I don't know. I just like my Battle.net launcher to have all the games full. So I'll probably buy a StarCraft Remastered
You
pretty soon here.
you are a damn fool, sir. But
Yeah, I just
more
collect
power
them.
to you. I used to collect like the World of Warcraft. I'd buy the expansion and I wouldn't play it, and I'd feel
Yeah.
like an idiot. I'm like, oh, I dropped 40 bucks to stare at this nice green cover. Sweet.
And then the final
Oh,
one, a
one of
big
my
title, I
personal
know for a lot of
favorites.
people. Really, that's good. Okay, Undertale came out for
Yes.
PS4. I know nothing about this game. I know a bunch of dorks like it on the internet,
So
so I know a lot of
Undertale,
people will be excited.
I'm gonna do a quick like recap of Undertale. Undertale is an RPG game which uses like 8-bit graphics, and it's an RPG game where you don't have to kill anyone. To there's fighting mechanics, which is not like your normal fighting mechanic. You have a heart, and you have to like dodge like bars that go across the screen, and that's how you either get hit or you don't get hit. And you can either attack the guy, you can like talk to him, and you get different endings depending on if you save, if you don't kill anyone, or if you kill everyone. Everything changes. But the music in this game is unbelievable. Um, Most people have probably heard Megalovania or what? Fuck, I can't remember the guy. I gotta look that up. I had it off the top of my head. Um, but the music is absolutely amazing, and the guy Megalovania, that's what it's called. Sorry, I was close. The guy who did it, I can't. Oh, I feel like an idiot. I don't remember the guy whose name, the guy who created Undertale. He actually does Earthbound. Like he created his own Earthbound game, like a fan game.
Oh,
Like
really?
he did that, and then he like created this just recently, and it's blowing up. It's really fun. I would recommend back and getting it. It's probably only a couple bucks. I don't know if you've
Yeah,
seen the
I
price.
think it's 15 or 20. Isn't I
Um,
don't know.
I'll look it up real quick.
I don't know. The trophy list I know came out, and I heard it looked pretty simple. I guess everybody was saying it's an easy platinum.
Oh yeah, it's probably the whole story. If you want to play it properly and get like the whole thing, it's probably like a 4-hour game. It's $15.
My thing is, I mean,
Well
I
worth
have
it.
it on PC. I bought it on PC, and I never touched it because I played it once, and I didn't understand what was going on. I thought it was too like it was too up its own ass. You know what I mean? Like
Up
it was
its
like,
own
oh
ass.
yeah, you know what I mean? It was like, oh, we're so it was just a fucking hipster game, and like I was just like, I don't know,
I will
but
agree. It is kind of. It's got the hype of a hipster type game right now. In the chat, Toby Fox. That's the guy's name. I apologize to Toby Fox. He made it's an amazing, brilliant concept.
but yeah, I mean, I've heard a lot of good things about it, but definitely go check that out if you have a PS4. You can finally play it now.
I would out of everything on the list, Sonic Mania, Undertale. If you don't get those,
Yeah, I mean, they're budget games too. So I mean, if it's a slow
yeah.
month for games, kind of for you, those are definitely ones you could pick up to pass some time.
Yep.
So speaking of games, what have you been playing in the past week or 2 weeks since
The
we've?
past week or so, I haven't played many. I've been busy as shit. But I did finish a quick preview of Star Sector. It's up on the GameOctane website. It's a RPG space game, but it's not. It's not. Don't think of it as like a Mass Effect. But you control your ship. That's basically your character. But then you also have fleet management, so you can like pick up other ships to be in your fleet. Then it becomes like a real time strategy where you can tell your ships where to go from a top down view. Then get out of the top down view and focus only on your ship. You can control your shield. It's really deep considering like the indie. It's just an indie game and it's only $15. It was really impressive. That and I played a little bit of Next Up Hero. I don't know if anyone's heard of that one. Um, it's in beta right now on PC. I think it may be coming to console soon. But basically, you have a map, and think of it kind of like Diablo. You got to go around and kind of kill everything on the map. But once you die, you're done. You're done with that map, and then you go back to the main screen. But what the game has is you can join someone else's game after someone's died, and you can revive that character, and then they will follow you around and you just keep going as far as you can. But the point is, like
Yeah, it's like a little NPC. Like
yeah, every time someone dies, you can revive them. And then once you get enough people that you've revived, they're not really revived; they're kind of ghosts after you pick them up. You can convert them into like a bigger monster, and they'll help fight with you. And the point is to beat the whole level, the whole game, which I think is like 125 levels. But I have only played level 1, and I keep getting my ass kicked, and no one's been playing that game. So
it's still in beta though right now.
it's definitely still in beta, but it's definitely worth checking out. If you guys can get into beta, it's definitely worth checking out. What about you, man? What have you been playing?
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing. I haven't been playing too much. Again, also been busy, but I know I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Go. I've been trying to complete my regional Pokédex. I'm like really close. I only need like 4 or 5 more Pokemon.
I haven't played Pokemon Go in so long.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing all the raids. I got all the legendary birds and stuff. It's
fun. It's fun again. Is that what you're saying?
Mike just cut out for a second.
Yeah, you did.
But yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it, and it's something I can play with. Like my mom plays, and we actually had Alaska, like my 2-year-old. Well, she's 3 now. She's had a birthday, but we had the tablet, and I was like downloading it for her and letting her tap on stuff, and she was like trying to catch Pokemon and stuff. So
That's sick.
it's a good time. So we've been playing that. For some reason, I have no idea why, because I don't like MOBAs. I've been playing Paragon. And I've been playing Paragon like almost religiously. Like every day I log in and actually like do 1 or 2 matches. And I don't know why. Like I don't understand. I don't like MOBAs, but maybe I do because
you like Paragon.
Yeah, like I'm down in Indy right now. And I'm like, oh, man, I want to get my PS4. Like I brought my PS4 with me, and like maybe I'll jump into Paragon because like I want to play it. Like, but then and then I've also been checking out the Diablo 3 expansion with the Necromancer. I've been doing the Necromancer class.
Yeah, I haven't played.
That's a little fun. Yeah,
I haven't played Diablo 3
in
a while.
It's not my Diablo 2 Necromancer where I have my 99 skeletons following me around or anything like that. It's still pretty fun.
That's awesome. Anything coming up that you're playing in the future?
So I'm planning hopefully this month, of course I'm going to pick up Mario and Rabbids.
Oh, God, yeah.
It's XCOM. I just want to play XCOM on my Switch, to be honest. So if this is going to fill that void, that's fine with me.
Yeah, that game looks beyond fun. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, this game kind of looks weird. I'm not sure. And then they showed it at E3. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah.
I'm just a little disappointed that what is it, Firaxis or whatever, the people who make or publish, it's 2K is the publisher. Isn't Firaxis the developer of
no, Ubisoft's publisher.
No, sorry, XCOM.
XCOM. Sorry. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Like, why don't they port XCOM to that? Because I mean, it's on the Vita, it's on the PS4, it's on everything. Like, they should put XCOM on the Switch. That's what we
They
need.
should.
But
Maybe it's coming. We'll talk to them.
yeah, maybe.
Maybe
And
maybe
then also,
maybe they're
I don't
listening
know if
right now.
yeah, maybe they're watching and they're gonna put it. They're gonna be like, "That's a great idea, man." And then I think it's a PS4 and PC title exclusively. Absolver.
Hmm.
It's like this like 1v1 combat game. Like, it's like kung fu, but I don't know. And there's a lot of like character customization. It looks like it looks
Yeah,
really really good.
we got to play that at PlayStation Experience as well, Noel and I, and it was pretty intense. Like, I was like, oh, let's just play. Like, none of us knew how to play, so we just grabbed the controllers and like read the little, like, they had like a little, I don't know, like a menu size thing about this
Yeah.
big. It was just like taped to the table. We're like, oh, okay, this is how you punch, this is how you fight, and like we'd be playing real quick, and like they started kicking my ass, so I started like reading more of the cards. So I started kicking his ass, and like it got really competitive. It's pretty fun.
I'm excited for it, but I'm also like, what's the word? Tentatively kind of like understanding I probably won't enjoy it because I don't like fighting games. Because like,
Yeah.
I don't want to remember combos. I don't want to remember 15 different button presses to do a cool attack.
It's
But it's one of those
very
games that, like,
it's very skill. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but it's very skill based. So I mean, it takes a lot of skill to do games like Street Fighter and Injustice 2 and stuff like that that just came out. But because it's 3D, so like you have to like move around your environment. You can pick up weapons and shit off the ground, and it kind of changes everything. So it's interesting. It was pretty extreme. I don't think it's going to be a game for everyone, but I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, no, I
and
get
then
you.
there's a few like there's a just at Gen Con today. I actually had an interview with a developer from North Star Games about their they have a board game called Evolution, and like Evolution's like it's a story about evolution where you start out and you're this like little not monster, but animal, and you level up and you can get traits and become carnivores and stuff. Well, the board game always looked really interesting to me, but it's one of those board games that really like it looks great, but then like you open the box and there's like 1,000 components.
Oh
And you're
shit,
just like, wow, this is
overwhelmed.
this looks this is a little overwhelming. Well, the cool thing is they're actually going to port the game, if you want to say port, that's a really weird term, to PC and mobile. And the problem with a lot of board games on mobile or computer is they feel too much like the board game, where it's just you feel like you're playing on a digital tabletop.
Okay.
And a lot of times that doesn't transfer well. But I played this and I sat down and I started playing it, and like it plays amazing. Like it plays like a video game. Like it plays like what you want it to play like. It reminded me a little bit of Hearthstone, which is like it's not like, because I mean it's kind of a card game, but you're not really like making monsters, but you are. I don't know, it's weird. It's not like this. So don't take that like
it's like this, but it's not. But it's kind of like this, but no, it's not. But
once you see it, like their Kickstarter launches on September 12th, and
Okay.
$20 will get you exclusive backer emblems and stuff in the game. It'll get you the PC version. It'll get you the iOS and Android version.
So you'll get the physical copy and you get a digital copy.
Well, there's no physical copy. It's going to be digital only, from what I understand.
Okay, I thought it was a board game, but okay.
No, you don't know the board game. I don't think they're throwing the board game in there with a digital game, but because the board game's been out for a while.
Okay, I apologize. I didn't. Okay, I missed that. Okay.
No, that's okay. Yeah, and I think an expansion just launched recently, maybe for Gen Con. They were talking about. I talked to them more about the video game than I did the board game.
Of course, yeah. Well, obviously.
Yeah, but I mean, I had a lot of fun with it. Like, I played the little demo they had there, and I won. And I was like, oh my god, I thought I was going to lose, and I came back and won, and it was really, really awesome. And maybe closer to their Kickstarter, they said they may want to come out of the podcast and sit down and chat with us about the game.
Yeah.
So
That'd be
we'll have
awesome.
something there.
We can start having like a Brady Bunch up here. We can look up and like look to the side and like see all the people in this thing. That'd be sick. Yeah, no, I mean,
I'm
for sure.
super pumped for that. It's September 12th. They're going to launch that, and I mean, I think just to get the base game, it's $10 if you just want the game, but $20 gets you the game and all extra stuff. So
yeah, it's not bad.
watch out for that.
Yeah, we'll keep everyone up to date on that because that sounds. I mean, I don't know anything about it. It already sounds legit. So you said what? September what? 20th?
September 12th.
12th. Okay, month away. That sounds sick. Well, I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
Hype train kind of for me, like coming up. I want to play. I mean, just to get it out of the way, reviews. I'm gonna probably start playing Black Desert Online. Get that up. I'll probably stream it a little bit if I can. I don't.
We can play that.
I don't know how. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be fun. So we will co-stream it and we'll get everyone going.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone watched my Barbie stream. You guys, I don't know if anyone watched that Barbie NES stream. It was a fucking riot. Like it was legit. just to keep everyone updated, it took me like 2 hours and 40 minutes to completely beat the game the first plate from beginning to end to finally get it without using any continues and dying. And then I played it again right afterwards, and I was able to place fifth in the world with my time out of 6 people. I mean, I top 5, but someone just beat my time, and now I'm sick. I'm top 6, and there's 7 things now. So I was talking to the world record holder. She's really nice, and she's like, "Hey, I better see another entry soon. You better go and get your game on." I'm like, "Oh God, I'm gonna move on." So next on my list would be Batman for the NES. Um, I think the world record on that is about 10 minutes. So
Jesus.
I don't think I'm getting 10 minutes, but I'm just gonna beat it, and that could probably coming up within a week or two. Should be fun on that. But hype, Sonic Mania, I really want to get my hands on it. I'm kind of hoping Sega and like Nintendo pull through and hook us up with a copy. To be honest, I really want to try it. But another one that isn't out yet in the future is gonna be Uncharted. I'm really looking forward to seeing another like female hero. And I know Matt doesn't like Uncharted games, but I have to throw that out because I love having diversity and stuff. And I
It's
think
the first one that looks interesting to me. Like, to
well,
be
there you go,
honest,
there you go.
the first Uncharted game I give a shit about. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's a blast. It's a blast. Yeah. So, yeah, definitely
Yeah.
Batman NES is coming up soon because I think a lot of people had fun. They're like, um, why are you playing Barbie? Like, what the fuck are you doing, Jason? Like, you're playing Barbie on the NES and you have like AAA games that just came out. I'm like, nah, dude, I gotta beat this Barbie game. It was fun. So moving on. I'm good. No more games.
yeah, no, like I mean, you say I hate Uncharted, but I have the Uncharted collection. I just
Well, just because you have it doesn't mean you don't like it.
can't get into it. Like, I don't know. I'm not gonna rant about Uncharted for the next hour and a half because I could do it if I wanted to.
We have more important things to talk about.
Yeah. So, and yeah, this is the news we kind of gathered for this week with help of some of the other guys at GameOctane. So it looks like the Call of Duty beta, Call of Duty World War II beta, is going to start next week. There's a post at IGN once my computer loads and pulls that up. I'm pretty sure the PS4 has exclusivity. Not for the whole thing, but
the
early
first
access or
part,
whatever.
yeah, I think the first week or so. I could be way wrong. I am not 100% sure at all.
Yeah, if you want to kind of take these articles because I can't load them on this internet Wi-Fi.
Oh,
So,
thanks. Just throw me on the bus. Give me a second.
yeah, no.
I think. Oh no, it's both Xbox One, PS4. Do you have to do anything special, or is it open beta?
No, it looks like it says okay. It says the Call of Duty World War II private beta, which runs from August 25th to August 28th on
Yeah.
PlayStation, will include 3 of the maps, fan favorite modes, and more.
Yeah. No, I get that. I just wasn't sure if that you had to like apply for it or something like that. But
Well, I mean, I think if you pre-order it from GameStop and shit, and
yeah,
Amazon,
just it's not the article's not clear, so I wasn't sure on that. But it says there's a second beta to follow from September 4th to September 4th on both consoles again, Xbox One and PS4.
Yeah, so PS4 is going to have it this August, and then if you wait a week, then you'll get it on Xbox and PS4 again.
It does look pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of getting tired of World War II, but I mean,
Well,
I think
that's the thing. I think I'm out of World War II fatigue, and I'm ready for World War II games. I've always loved World War II as like a history buff, and I've always liked those games. So I was kind of sad when they left World War II because I don't think they explored all the stories they could have in World War II. We always got Normandy. We always got the same shit. We didn't get like good deep dives into other not theaters necessarily.
there was no Saving Private Ryan. Like you didn't have characters in it. It was just you're literally
Exactly.
just playing campaigns. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
But yeah, but I mean, yeah. So definitely check that out if you want to play Call of Duty, and also if you do have the PS4, and if you do have to pre-order it, I would just fucking do the Amazon thing where you pre-order it, you get the code from Amazon, you cancel it. Don't pre-order the game. Don't prepay for the game to get the beta. You can always get it for free some way. So go to your local GameStop, drop $5 down, and then go cancel that shit.
Drop your $5, cancel it when you're done with the beta.
Exactly. As you walk out of there, cancel the game. But speaking of canceling things, Sony is not going to be at not E3. Jesus Christ. They're not going to be
Gamescom
in Germany this year. They're skipping it. And they're probably going to hold off, I think, and wait till their Sony press conference. What is it? The October 30th.
October 30th, and yeah, I'm kind of excited to have their own event. I guess I guess you can say. I'm hoping they're gonna have some like maybe they held back at E3 for some big stuff. Who knows? But it says it's supposed to be similar to the E3 show. So who knows?
And that's the problem because Sony's E3 this year was super lame. It was just trailer after trailer after trailer. You didn't show me anything, and none of the games. I know this is gonna like beat a dead horse, but none of the games Sony showed had a release date. So I mean, if this fall comes,
a couple months later, they could have those release dates. We don't know, but yeah. So that's kind of a big news. So Sony's going to be completely absent, and Gamescom starts tomorrow.
I'm pretty sure it starts this
weekend. So this weekend, Sony, you're not going to get any Sony news. I mean, unless they drop in stuff on the side. It's going to strictly be Xbox.
And jumping in from the Gamescom news, speaking of Xbox One X is rumored to have a reveal event and not a reveal event, but kind of like launch the pre-orders this weekend at Gamescom. So they'll announce where you can pre-order it, how much. I mean, they already announced the price and everything, but basically they just been waiting to let people pre-order it. So
supposedly Sunday after the event, I think is when the rumor is supposed to go live, or not the rumor, the pre-order is supposed to go live. But again, it's just a rumor. This is just what everyone's speculating. I don't know. You can take it with a grain of salt. It's not from us. It's from another fantastic website, I guess. But yeah, it's not us.
I mean, Xbox did tweet about it. They said pre-order info coming to in August 20th at 9 p.m. CST.
There you go.
For more details. So I mean, it's not a confirmed like they're going to give the date, but they're saying more pre-order info coming. So I mean, it's easy to assume that's going to be the date because of what else? I mean, what else could they tell us about the Xbox One X? We know everything. We know it's liquid cooled. We know.
Sorry, it's back ordered. We're going to have to push it back till next year.
Sorry, it's back ordered. It finally passed that FCC stuff. But
it explodes. We found that they blow up.
Xbox. Crackdown 3 is now coming fall. So
push back.
I probably have to eat a shoe now because I mean I was a big advocate on Crackdown 3 was going to be the big title to show off the Xbox One S. It was going to be an Xbox One X launch title. I was like, I was for sure it was going to be. But I guess I'm wrong because they pushed it back till spring of next year.
Yeah, spring of next year, which is not an actual month. So it's got a solid 3-month window right now.
And there's this quote from let's see, I think his name is Sean. I don't know, Loftus.
Shannon.
Shannon Loftus. Sorry. He says he or she. I'm pretty sure it's a he. We're very excited about Crackdown 3 and so many fans, and so are many fans, and it's difficult to move the release date. However, we want to make sure to deliver the right game with the right quality and at the right time. And this is all coming from a article over at Polygon. They have a good write-up about it. It looks good. I mean, Crackdown. I mean, I want them to take as much time as they want on it. Crackdown's one of my favorite franchises, so I'm ready for.
I mean, at this point, it's done. It's just polish. I mean, that's what we're looking at right now. It's just playing. It's just polishing it up. Probably getting multiplayer lag out. I mean, how much more can you do to a game that's been in production for like 3-4 years? Like there can't be that much.
It's been longer than that. I mean, right? The Xbox has been out for longer than 3 years, hasn't it?
But I don't know how long this game has been in production.
I mean, it was announced with the Xbox when they announced at their event. Like they talked about Crackdown, and that's the thing. I mean, it's been out as long as the Xbox One has been out, or even at the Xbox One. I'm pretty sure, like
you're probably
preview event or whatever. Like, it's just been out and that's the thing. I'm pretty sure they had to tear down the game. I'm pretty sure it was probably going in a direction they had to start over almost, because there's no way that game should take that long to fucking get together. But
yeah, I don't unless they're adding some crazy multiplayer. I don't know what else it could be done.
And then another thing with Gamescom, as we're on Gamescom news, even though we kind of skipped away from there for a second.
We don't know.
Blizzard is going to tease a reveal event at Gamescom. Is this what I'm?
They're supposedly having a reveal event. They kind of teased it, so they're kind of speculating whether it's going to be Warcraft 4, which I really don't think they're going to tease that at a Gamescom. They'll probably say that for BlizzCon, if anything. But people are thinking it could be a new World of Warcraft expansion. or maybe an Overwatch expansion. I mean, who knows? I mean, that's really their
Yeah, I
biggest.
mean, maybe
Their
like
biggest
Overwatch
games right
event or
now.
something.
They really can't do any more with StarCraft. I mean, literally just remastered it. So I mean, there's only a couple other titles you can choose from. It's pretty sure not work. If it's Warcraft 4, I'm shitting the bed like that. I'm done. Again, I'm
I mean,
sold.
you don't think maybe it's a Diablo expansion or the next Diablo, maybe?
Well, did they just do a Diablo expansion like
I
literally a
mean, it
couple
wasn't.
months
It was
ago?
just a character class, for $15 or whatever.
I can't see them. I mean, you could be right. It could be Diablo. It's been a couple of years since the actual expansion came out, like a
Yeah,
full
expansion. But I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know what it could be, but to be honest, we're probably going to be disappointed. It's probably going to be some like fucking
It's
Heroes
gonna
of the
be
Storm.
what's that game? The Three Vikings or whatever it was. The
Yeah,
game
the
they made
Lost
like back
Vikings or
Lost
whatever.
Vikings. Yeah, there we go. That should be
What
fun.
what I would love is just for them to like remaster Warcraft like 1, 2, 3, like just remaster those.
Oh God,
Like,
I'd drop money. I
Knights
would
of
drop
Darkness.
bills on that thing.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And speaking of other disappointments, We Happy Few has been pushed back to April. Well, it says official release date, April 13th, 2018.
So it hasn't been pushed back because there was no official release date
Again,
on
so
it, but-
I had to correct myself.
Yeah.
It came out. It blew E3 away 2 years ago. Like Ryan was there, and it blew his mind. He came back, bought it, and Kurt and him played it until the end of the part they had done, and then they just been kind of sitting and waiting. So I guess April 13th, you can be able to finish that game if you guys have got it already. It looks legit. It looks amazing. I have not played it yet, but it does look pretty awesome.
So I mean, I don't want to rain on your parade or anything, but like,
No.
I mean, I tried We Happy Few when it first came to the Xbox preview program,
Mhm.
and when they showed that game off at E3, I thought this was like a BioShock contender. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it looked really, really great. And then you jump into the game, and I don't know if a lot of people know this if they don't follow the game. The game's a like survival game. It's a Minecraft almost game. Like you're looking around scavenging for things, crafting things. It kind of threw me because I thought it was like BioShock, where this is a set world and this is the stuff I have.
Yeah, I think that's what I even thought that was. Like I said, I saw some of them stream it a little bit, but I
mean, I know there's
blew
a
me away.
story and stuff, but there's still like I remember I had to like eat food and I had to like go to sleep and shit, and I was really turned off from that game. So I mean, I'm excited to see maybe the finished product because that was early access, that was early development, but maybe it's a little more fleshed out. Maybe it makes a little more sense now, but. I was extremely turned off from that game from the preview program, but I mean, you never know. That was 2-3 years ago, so
Maybe you'll see the light.
yeah, maybe I'll start to love the game. I don't know. I just didn't have a fun. I don't like those games, so that was kind of a turn off for me because I love BioShock. So I was hoping for another type of that type of
BioShock 4 fan created, fan made BioShock 4.
That'd be nice. I mean, we have Prey, so that works.
Yeah, true, of course. Of friggin' course. All right, any other news you want to drop on?
Yeah, nothing else I see. I mean, that's pretty much it.
I think we're
might
good.
have missed some stuff. We've been so busy with everything, and when I've been preparing for Gen Con and stuff, so I wasn't really in the know right now this week.
It's been a busy week. So drop into the main segment.
We like to call it elbow deep.
We're going elbow deep. This is going to go based off of just conventions in general. Since Matt is currently at Gen Con, I want to hear from you because this is your first major con. You said correct?
Yeah, this is my first major con ever. Like I've never been to a convention.
How many people?
I've never been to a fan meetup.
A fan meetup. Did you go to a fan meetup?
No, I've never been. I'm sorry, no, I've never been to I've never been to any type of thing like this. So this is pretty crazy for me.
So real quick, what is your overall idea? Like, what are you thinking right now? How are you feeling? What is your idea? Overall first impression? What are you thinking?
Oh, okay. So first impressions. Me and my wife, we walked in the convention center, and parking was fucking atrocious, of course.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, Jesus Christ! And they want to charge me $24 for parking. I thought that was outrageous.
Oh.
But I got a good parking spot, whatever. And we walk into the convention center, and it's just swarmed with the smelliest people I've ever been around in my life. Like, it just smells like a locker room. Like, I was like, I don't understand how many people can be in here and just not bathe and I was really turned off, and I was like, oh my fucking god, and like I'm trying to walk through just crowds of people because everybody's crammed in this hallway because the Gen Con guy's talking on the microphone before it opens, and people are huddled around the doors and shit. It was like, I was like, this is fucking ridiculous. Like, this is stupid. And I was literally trying to walk through there. I was trying to get my press badge, and like nothing is labeled well, and there's no organization. There's people walking, not like a road where everybody who's going one way is on this side and everybody. No,
It's
that
just
would make
chaos.
too much fucking sense for these people. It's just whoever's going whichever way, and it was fucking chaos. And like, this is before doors opened, to the actual like exhibit hall and shit.
They didn't give
And
you
I was
like an
this
option to go in earlier?
okay, so if I could have showed up to get my press badge at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Which meant I would have had to leave my house at 3 a.m. No, I would have had to leave my house at 2 a.m. because Indy's an hour ahead.
So
And then I can't check into the hotel until 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
true.
And I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, and then only the first 90 press people get to enter an hour. I was so fucking confused.
That's kind of,
Yeah, I don't want to go off and like shit talk Gen Con because these are just my first impressions. So this is what happened. And I was really kind of bummed. I was like, man, this is not what I thought it would be. And I was super pumped to get there's a new RPG that launched today. It's called Starfinder. And if you play Pathfinder, Pathfinder is basically D&D 3.5, but they continued it after.
Yeah, we were talking about
4.0.
this. Yeah, I'm really interested in that.
Yeah. I forgot I was talking about it with you. So Starfinder. So I wanted to get a Starfinder core rulebook, and there's a grab and go kiosk, and I go up to it, and Bianca was in the bathroom, and I was like, "Oh, I'll be getting the Starfinder shit." And I walk up, and it's like at this like end of this hall. So I see like 5 people in line, and I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I go to walk to the end of the line, and then and then I get to the end of the hall, and I can look down the end of the hall, and the hall is like the whole length of the convention center. And there's just a fucking line of people waiting for and I'm like, this is stupid. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, this is dumb. Like, I want this book, but like I was about to bust up in the front of the line and be like, hey, motherfucker, GameOctane press badge, motherfucker, get out of my way. Like, but no, I didn't do that. So I was like, yeah, never mind. I'm not going to buy that book.
Yeah.
So I started out kind of in a really pissed off mood. I was like, this is not fun. This is a waste of my fucking time. I'm going to stand around and do nothing all day. So then it kind of thinned out, and we just walked around aimlessly for a while, and I realized the horde started to thin, and I was like, oh, what's going on? Well, they opened the doors to the exhibit hall, and the exhibit halls are huge, and they're all connected or whatever. So I was like, oh, crazy. So went in the exhibit hall, and we started, I tried to go to my first appointment and stuff, and we're walking around, and in the exhibit hall, everybody it turned from me smelling everybody and being pissed off to everybody being in a really happy mood. Everybody was happy. There's no shitty people. Everybody was just usually when you're in a packed place, I'm in Chicago and I'm up at a Cubs game or whatever, people are just running into you and they look at you like you're an asshole. Well, Gen Con, everybody was like, oh, sorry, excuse me. Oh, can I go? Everybody just seemed so polite and nice, which I don't know. This, like I said, this is my first convention, so I don't know how that is normally, but everybody seems to understand that we're all here for the same thing. We all love board games. We all love games. We all love, fantasy, role playing, all this shit. We all love that stuff. We're all dorks, you know what I mean? And that's what we're here for. So everybody seemed really cool. And after the conventions, the exhibit halls opened, and it was a little more breathable. It started to be a little more fun, and we started to see things and talk to developers and demo games, and it was just a good time. And I went from being in a really pissed off mood to being oh, this is actually really, really fun, and I'm really glad I'm going to be here. And then I sat down with the North Star Games people, and I played Evolution, and I was like, this is amazing. And they were just they were excited to talk to me. I was excited to talk to them. It was just a really, really good time. And I mean, I'm not sure if that's just special treatment because I was press or whatever, but I had a great time, and we went around, we bought stuff, and it was just really, really fun. So it went from the pre-con was I fucking hate this, I want to go home right away, to we got there at 10 o'clock or whatever, and it was 3 o'clock when we left, and I was like, oh shit, we haven't eaten lunch yet, because we were just having such a good time that we just kept wanting to see the next thing. But those are my first impressions. I mean, everything seems pretty cool. that there's a bunch of things I want to see, a bunch of things I want to see tomorrow. I have like 3 or 4 appointments tomorrow, so
Do you
hopefully
have
I'll
a
have so much to
pedometer
talk
on you?
about
Like,
those.
does your phone tell you how many steps you've taken?
No, but dude, oh my god, it's hot in there, and I came home and like I'm sore everywhere. Like I
Chafing?
don't know.
You got your
Yeah,
gold bond on
it's just
tomorrow.
it's just sweat everywhere. I was like, why is it? I'm just sweaty. And then like, so Bianca carried like she was carrying because I was carrying my book bag and I was like holding on to her and stuff. So she was like she had to carry the bag of games we bought. Well, after a while, like we bought like 4 or 5 games, so like those are big board games and they're getting heavy. Well, she had the bag up around her shoulder, and I didn't realize this, but she had like marks like on her shoulder because like
Oh,
the
because of the
bag like
weight. Oh, Jesus.
so wrong. Like I was like, oh my fucking god! Like my hands, like from grabbing her and grabbing bags and stuff, like my hands have like calluses on them. I'm like, oh my god! Like my feet hurt. Like Jesus.
Rookie mistakes right off
I
the
know
bat.
it's so hard to go to a convention. It's poor me, but
Oh,
Jesus.
gonna go for
But yeah, I
free
mean,
as press. Oh, what a
though
bastard.
I know, like, but yeah, I mean, everything's going to be really cool. I haven't had there was no bad experience there or anything like that. It was just that initial like, oh fuck this, man, this seems like it's going to suck. But everybody was really helpful and everybody seemed really nice. So, and again, that's my experience. So I mean, I would love to hear yours. I mean, maybe you have some horror stories or something.
I have a little of everything.
Such a nice person.
I just looked up a few things. So Gen Con on average has anywhere from about 60 to 62,000 people in it. So it's big. I don't know if people can kind
yeah.
of
Let me interrupt real fast.
go for it.
This is Gen Con's 50th anniversary. So this is a huge number for them. I mean, 50 is a huge, like, it's a big deal. So this is the first year I think she was telling me that they've sold out all 3 days. And this could be wrong. This is just the lady in the press room telling me. And they actually had to restrict press badges. So I'm really lucky I got in because, like, she said they were turning outlets away after a while because, like,
Wow.
Gen Con 50 is so popular that everybody wants to go. So, like, it's crazy. Like,
No, it's awesome because I think okay, I'm gonna kind of get in my thing real quick. So a lot of the conventions they're starting to take off now because it's when you're okay. I'm gonna try to say this as best I can without really offending people, but I don't really think I am. I just want to watch my words. So a lot of gamers and geeks and nerds and stuff, they're a lot of introverts. Like they don't go outside. They don't really have a lot of friends. Their friends are like talking to people on the internet, and there's not a lot of social interaction. But it makes people feel comfortable going these things because they're all people like you. Like they're all awkward. Conversations are weird. They're gonna dress up looking awesome in a cosplay or something like that. So conventions I think are super amazing, getting people that normally don't come out to get out and interact and meet new people and like, hey, you play this game? I play this game, dude. We should talk online. Let's talk about our experiences. And I've seen it happen up close. Like I mentioned before on some of our discussions live, I started GameOctane because of Comic-Con. I went to Comic-Con. The first time I went to Comic-Con was probably over 10 years ago now. And it was such an amazing experience. But that was before Comic-Con was even sold out. That was before they had movies. They didn't show trailers. They didn't have shit like that. It was comic books and maybe a couple of celebrities that would show up, and you'd still be able to buy tickets at the door. So like, evolve that to now where there's over 100-something thousand people in the convention center, and that's just outside. That's just inside, and then outside. Studios are buying hotels, like they're renting the whole hotel out and having all their stuff inside of it. Like EA rents the Hard Rock Cafe out, or Hard Rock Hotel, and they have video games everywhere. Like it's just insane how much this has become more of a spectacle and an advertising kind of bit than what it used to be just an actual convention. So it kind of depends on really where you go. Gen Con, with it being less pop culture and more like games and role-playing games, you're going to get more of a I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like you're going to get more of the experience that you want that's classified as Gen Con. Like you're going to go there for games, you're going to get games. Like if you go to
yeah, I mean it's a kind of I don't know how to say this without sounding like uppity or whatever, but like I feel like board games. I don't know what I want to say because it's going to come out wrong. It's a niche. Like, I mean, gaming is its own niche, but board gaming almost right now is a sub niche of gaming. Like,
Yep.
but I mean, board gaming of course is on the rise, but and RPGs have been around forever. But
Mhm.
it's one of those things where like they go in and out of fads, and I think board gaming and role playing games those are coming back.
Yep.
People want to play pen and paper games now and stuff, and people want to play board games. So I think maybe and you're right. I mean, the people that are here are the people that want to be here for stuff. They don't want it. They're not doing it because like bored. Because I don't know.
No,
I don't know what I want to say.
I'm gonna kind of branch off of what you're saying. There are people there because
Yeah.
it's a board game convention. A lot of these comic book conventions, like Comic-Con, they became more pop culture now. So you have people there just for the movies, and the comics aren't really there anymore. And it kind of sucks, to be honest. Like, I haven't gone to Comic-Con in probably about 3 or 4 years. And last time I went, I was just frustrated. There's so many fucking people. Like, if I wanted to go to a panel, I'd have to wait in line for over an hour just to be able to maybe get a seat in the panel. And it's like a simple panel, but people were just so many people. It was just unreal. And people camp outside to get into Hall H, which has all the trailers. Like, that's the biggest thing. People are going to Comic-Con now for comic book movie trailers, or just any movie trailers. I mean, Disney movies and stuff are there now. So it's kind of downfalls. I haven't been there in a while. I'll probably go back again, but it's been nuts. But the last couple ones we've gone to, we went to the PlayStation Experience, and that was really fun. I will probably agree with you. Like, when you wear a press badge, like, things open up a little bit more for you. Like, people are willing to talk to you. They'll set time aside to you because they know that I may have more of a reach to get a hold of people for their game or for their idea than what the guy next to you will. But I always make sure, like, hey, no, talk to these guys first. Like, shit, you're probably gonna give me something for free, maybe. I don't like I don't really care that this guy who actually may give you hard-earned money may buy it. Like, show him what's going on first. But the PlayStation Experience was really fun. Because all the people that were most of the AAA games, they just had people standing there, like, just funneling people to play the game, get them out of the line, back and forth. But it was all the smaller games. We actually talked to the guy who's been, like, working in his basement for 3 years trying to build this game, and you're like, dude, so, like, how are you doing? Like, what's up? And he's just so relieved that he can talk to someone normally and not be bombarded with a million questions, and not be asked and compared to other games. Like, dude, just tell me about your game. Like, just sell me on your game. I don't care about, this looks a lot like this game, so how do you compare it? Like, I don't want to ask stupid questions like that. Like, tell me about your baby that you've been creating for so long. But it's been a blast, and, like, we've been going to Silicon Valley Comic Con as press for the last 2 years, and they've only been around for 2 years. And that's been fun. It's been nuts. Like, conventions are super, super fucking fun. If you guys can have a chance to go to one, I would definitely try to find one in your area. Depending on what it is, like, it may not be a major one, which would probably be a better experience for you. You can kind of see what to expect. I wouldn't just try to get to Comic-Con the first time out, because you're probably going to go nuts. You're not going to find parking. You're not going to find a hotel. You're going to show up to San Diego, and it's like the third largest city in America, just populated in downtown San Diego. Like, it's insane. It's really insane. So you really need to be careful where you want to go and where you choose to go, and make sure it's something that you're interested in. Because if you're not interested in board games, you're not going to want to go to GameCon. I mean, that's just how it is. I mean, if you just want to go, sure, just go see what it is and see what people are doing, or what new things are coming out. But experience-wise, man, I think most of my craziest experience were at Comic-Con. I mean, there was a couple of years, it was like when Twilight, the second or third movie, came out, and they were showing something there, and people were going nuts, and there were so many little girls, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, where's my goddamn comic books? And everyone's running around wearing Twilight shirts and everything.
Where's my comic books?
And one parent, like, was standing in line, they were sleeping outside, and she, like, stumbled into the street and got ran over and died. Like, she got killed in front of the convention center, which was insane. Was it Avengers? When Avengers was first announced, and they had all the Avengers on stage, like, right before that, they were way behind on there's some technical difficulty, and some dude got stabbed. Like, another geek like stabbed another dude over nothing, like in his eye, and they had to like stop everything, and like Robert Downey Jr. came out and started like making fun of it, like, hey, if you guys don't come watch this movie, I'm gonna go stab you in your eye or some shit like that.
Oh my
But
fucking
like
god.
I was literally like a couple rows from that like happening. It was insane. Like the fight was going on. They're probably one of my coolest experiences um, would be at Comic Con, and we waited in line for a long time because I wanted to go to the Tron panel, and luckily we did because they locked down the whole hall, and Skywalker Sound wired it with microphones, and we got to be the crowd in Tron 2. All the crowd scenes and all the fight, like in all the event and arena scenes, it's all from us cheering and chanting inside the hall. So that's
So do
like
you get your Tron check every
that's
month?
like yeah, I'm on IMDb. I have my own page.
Okay.
Shit, no. But it's fun, dude. I mean, I don't know if you plan on going any more after this, but it's definitely worth it.
Oh, I mean that's yeah. I was gonna kind of go around to that. Is
Mhm.
after going to a board game convention, like I love board games and I play a lot of board games, but my passion has always been video games and stuff like that. So I mean, I would love to go to a video game convention, just to be able to talk, to everybody. And that's what another thing I wanted to backtrack to
Mhm.
was it's so crazy, like I'll walk up to a booth and I'll be looking at it or whatever, and this dude will come up to me. He's like, "Oh, hey, how you doing, dude?" And I'll start talking to him and ask him about the game and stuff, and he'll be telling me about this game. And then it gets to a point where he's like, "Oh yeah," and then when I was doing this, because he's the fucking designer
Yeah.
or he's the artist, and I'm like, it just blows me away. It's like, I mean, it's probably just kind of stupid because I'm just such a fucking dork, but like, I'm just like, dude, you're in that book. Like we were talking to this dude and he's like, oh yeah, I designed that. And I designed parts of this. And I wrote in that book. And, oh, the guy that's sitting right there. Oh, he's the artist and he did this. And like, it's just so crazy. Like, and that's what I liked about it. Is like it felt so like at a quote unquote small scale. Like
Yeah.
they don't have hired people talking to us about the game. It's like, no, this is my booth and I'm the one who fucking created the game. And like,
Yep.
it was so cool to me. It was just
It's
was
a lot.
crazy.
It's a
Like
different
I'm
experience
super
than going
pumped
to
for
like a GameStop and someone trying to sell you on a game that they
Yeah.
they read the same shit you do every day, but you talk to a guy that's actually it's just his blood, sweat, and tears in this game, and like he's not going to eat tonight unless he sells like 20 copies of that game like at this convention. Like it it's fun. It's really fun to talk to the people that
I mean,
the
it was
creators
just
of it.
so cool. Like I'm talking, the creator. Well, not the creator. He works with. Well, I don't want to name any names because I don't know if what he told me was like insider information or some shit. But like, it's one of these games I backed on Kickstarter, and I was like, oh man, I haven't got it yet. Like, and you have it here for sale, and all this stuff. And like, I was kind of yanking his chain about it and stuff. And then we were talking, and I was like, and there's this new game coming out we're doing, and he's trying to sell me on this new game, and I'm like, oh man, I haven't got my other Kickstarter game. You're trying to sell me on this, and then he starts talking about, well, he's actually, and in his free time, he's designing another game, and he starts telling me about it, and I'm like, dude, this game sounds amazing. Sign me up for this Kickstarter. Like, what are you talking about? And he's like, well, it's not even, it's just in a shoebox at my house, like, and I have like glued together components. Like, I'm still totally designing it, and like that's just so crazy to me. It's like, in 5 years, I'm gonna be sitting on Kickstarter, and that game's gonna be on Kickstarter,
Yeah.
or whatever they're gonna do with it. Maybe they made enough money on their first few Kickstarters, but like that game's gonna be out there. And like I talked to that dude, when he was telling me how it's under his bed, in his shoebox. Like that's just so cool to me. Like I don't know, that's
a
why
whole
this has left such a good taste in my mouth, like for conventions.
yeah. It's
For
so
right now.
it's
Maybe
such a
maybe a
completely
bad
different
smell in
side
my
of things.
nose, but a good taste in my mouth. Like
In my nose.
I don't know.
But yeah, I love going to one of my favorite parts at conventions is going. I call them the starving artist aisle. Like I mean, that's literally just the
Mhm.
people barely have enough money to buy a table to rent a table for like 3 days, and all they do is they have all their life's work literally in front of you, and it's so fun to go down there and be like, dude, how'd you think of this? It's just like I'm gonna buy this, but I want to know what you were thinking about. Why would you put Rick and Morty in a Lion King sketch? Like what the fuck? Like where was your brain in this whole thing?
Oh man.
And I always love finding like the most obscure thing. Um, the last time I went to the Silicon Valley, is the last convention I went to. Some artist had a bunch of artwork out, but I noticed on his table he had a small book, and I was like, okay, you gotta explain this book to me. And it ended up being the whole first Ghostbusters movie in Shakespeare. Like he rewrote it in Shakespearean like language,
Oh my god.
and it's the whole movie. And I guess like Dan Aykroyd, like he gave to Dan Aykroyd, he like wrote a small piece to put in the beginning of the book. Like I was like, dude, I gotta buy this. Like your artwork's good, but I gotta spend money on this book because this is fucking awesome. So it's always fun finding little cool shit like that. And it's always good if you want to buy stuff, buy it the last day. If there's like booths, like if you're doing board games, they can sell the board games. But like if you want to buy like, there's a lot of comic book conventions. They have like trinkets and like, oh, I want to buy that Super Mario Pillow or some shit like that. If you go the last day, they don't want to pack it up. They may give you a deal. I filled that out real quick.
That's good tips. Like definitely because we should maybe do a video like on just like convention tips or something.
Could.
Because like yeah,
bring deodorant, bring hand sanitizer. You don't want the con aids because you'll be out for like a week.
I already feel something a little scratchy in my throat.
Oh God, no. Yeah, you're gonna be out for like a week.
Oh God. Well, hopefully I'll be here next week.
You can catch up on your games.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to do sign language. Next
we've been we're running about an hour on this, so I think it's time to wrap it up a little bit. But
yeah, that's fine.
Definitely, I think that those are that's
we can dive into it.
Great.
If people want to talk more about conventions, yeah, hit us up. We can go on. I can go on and on. I've been to conventions.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what this ending segment here is for. Viewer questions or anything. If you guys got any questions, you can always find me if you have questions for next week or whatever. If you want us to talk about something, you can hit me up on Twitter at 16_bitbear, and then Jason, they can find you where?
You can find me, Klutz Leo, anywhere on the internet. I'm the only one with that name. Surprisingly, I don't know how I did it, but I did it.
You killed everybody else.
It's me.
There can only be one Klutz Leo.
You can always make sure you follow this this channel on Twitch, GameOctane, because Matt and I will be streaming. Hopefully, get some other people going. It's been a real busy month for everyone, but we have some cool stuff planned. So definitely stay tuned and please hit that follow button. I'd love you. Love you forever.
Definitely. And then I unfortunately will not be doing a Final Fantasy stream Friday because I'm down in Indy, so I don't have my stuff with me. But yeah, next week when I'm back, I'm hopefully because I'm off for a few days during the week, so hopefully I get some Final Fantasy streams in there to catch up. But Final Fantasy 3, hopefully we'll get through it pretty soon.
Hopefully.
I'm only a few hours in, but I'm having a great time. But yeah, definitely, that's just follow the stream and you'll know when. And we usually tweet about it on Twitter and all that stuff. So you can always find us there as well.
Stick with us. Matt's going to probably have a lot of cool more stuff in the next couple of days at Gen Con. And we'll probably do a little write-up. And if they want to do interviews, we'll get them up on here. We'll get an interview going.
Definitely.
I'm down with that. That'd be awesome. All right, everyone. Thank you again so much for listening or watching, depending on how you caught this podcast. Hit us up with a follow wherever social media you can find. Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Tinder. I mean, whatever else you can swipe on us. I don't care. Just
Grindr.
Grindr. Just follow us. That's all that matters, please. Thank you so much.